Hello everybody and welcome to the Scouting Report. I'm Dan Hayek here with Matt Doyle, and today we're previewing Sunday's match between the Portland Timbers and the New York Red Bulls. Matt, the big news for the Portland Timbers this offseason was the acquisition of designated player Diego Valeri. Do you think he's going to have an immediate impact this season?
I think he will, specifically in terms of possession. Not only creating more from the possessions that the Timbers do have, but allowing fewer possessions to the opposition. This is an area of concern for the Timbers because they were not good at winning the second ball last year. And there's a direct correlation between the ability to win the second ball and the ability to make the playoffs. And that is obviously the Timbers' goal this year. So Valeri will simply allow fewer possessions over the course of the game. There will be fewer wasted opportunities in attack, and there will be fewer wasted passes in the midfield. This is going to keep Portland on the front foot more often during the course of any particular game than we saw from them in 2011 and 2012.
Now for New York, they added their own South American midfielder and Brazilian 38-year-old Juninho. Do you think he's going to have an impact in this game?
Anytime it's a dead ball, he's going to have an impact. Right up there with David Beckham as the best dead ball specialist of the last 2 decades. He's just phenomenal. The question for him is, what's going to happen during the run of play? He is an attacking midfielder. He's going to play a little higher up the pitch. Behind him, probably Dax McCarty and probably Tim Cahill. It's an unusual, unfamiliar position from Cahill. He's going to be forced into doing a lot more defensive work. Juninho has to do his part by closing down passes out of the back. He doesn't have to win a million balls. He just has to make the passing lanes a little bit narrower, a little harder to pinpoint for the Timbers.
With guys like Thierry Henry and Fabian Espindola, we expect them to run a very fluid attack in Red Bull land, right? How did the Portland Timbers defend against the fluidity of Thierry Henry and Fabian Espindola playing with and without the ball?
Well, I think keeping the back line compact and forcing them to beat you from the flanks is step one. You certainly don't ever want to put any defender, but especially young, inexperienced defenders, in a situation where Thierry Henry is going to go at them 1-versus-1, or he's going to run off their shoulder and find space behind them. So I think that's number one, is keep the back line compact. And number two, if you start forcing them into turnovers, they're going to have to play deeper. They're going to have to use more of the field. They're going to allow you to use more of the field. If the Timbers do that, they stand a really good chance. And considering that it's the first game of the season in front of a fanatical fan base, 4 time zones away, on turf, it's always difficult to get a result on the road, especially in March. And you just know that the Timbers are going to be going out all guns blazing for the full 3 points.
Well, agree or disagree with Matt? Please let us know in the comments below. And what do you think that New York has to do to get a result in Portland? This one's on Sunday. It kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and you can watch it on ESPN2.